Hello everybody. Now I am going to deal with next topic in your cloud computing subject, that is nothing but Amazon Lambda function. So there is a Lambda function in Java too, but when we are talking about Lambda function in Amazon, so in this context it is called as AWS Lambda function. It is a serverless computing service provided by the Amazon Web Service. Means you do not have any server, directly you can launch this function, you can trigger this function and it will be running in Amazon environment. So it allows it takes on its own, it provisions itself the or manages the servers which are required, and it will run the task whichever you are going to perform. So we can execute with this Lambda function in response to any events such as changes to data in Amazon S3 bucket, updates to DynamoDB, or HTTP requests via AP gateway. So any task whichever you want to perform, either changes the databases or any request which is put through HTTP, that can be executed by this Lambda function. So few characteristics of this Lambda function are: it is serverless. As I said, it does not require any server. The resources or the things which are required for executing the work given, the task given by the server, given by the client, is managed by some servers which are provided by AWS. So it automatically scales itself, and whatever servers are required, it provisions to itself and it computes the function. Then scalability, either this function runs in isolation, or if there is high traffic, multiple instances of the same function can run concurrently to handle the increased traffic. So automatically this function scales itself to incoming traffic. And next, it is event driven, means what, whenever you trigger some events such as changes in AWS services or HTTP requests, this this function is called and execution happens. You define the events that trigger the execution of your function, and it supports multiple runtimes. Like you means you can run your function in different types of languages such as Python or Node.js, and then Java or C# and many more. So that way we can write this Lambda function in different types of languages, and you can perform your task based on the requirement. So this is so how does this function looks like? So if you see, this function looks like it has got an heading. Generally this function is written in Python. So generally functions in Python are written using def. So def whatever lambda underscore handler is the function name. So this function is like main function in our C, C++ or Java like thing. So means what, the execution of this lambda function starts from this function. So it has got two parameters. One parameter is event, the other parameter is context. Event contains the input data that triggered the lambda function, and the context parameter provides the information about the runtime. So these two parameters will be given to this function, and the execution starts. So generally it has two parts. First, the logic, whatever you want to perform, that logic will be written over here, and the status, and then you are going to return what this function is going to return. So you can customize your message, whatever you want to display, that can be done in this return part. So logic part and return part, these two things will be there in this function. So this is about theory. We will go view some practical on this, and then you understand. Right. So we are going to do the practical of this Lambda integration with the bot which we have already created. So when you go to amazon.com on web services, you will see this home page. You are going to sign in. So once you click sign in to console, you will see the next screen where you are going to enter your email ID and enter as a root user. Then we are going to enter a password. So once you sign in, you come to the page, home page of the Amazon Web Services. So in this web services, we are going to see our bot which we have created in the previous class. So I will go to Amazon Lex. Inside this Lex, I am going to see the bot which we, ice cream bot which we have created. So this is my bot which we have previously created. So I will go to intents. Now we will run once and we will test this, how this bot is working. So previously we have created this bot for ice cream order. So when I say hi, you get a message, I am going to place order ice cream. So it is going to ask your name, so I give the name, then it says what flavor, I say vanilla, then what size it tells, I say small, then I say I want to place the order, I say confirmation yes. So this is what we have done in the previous class. So this order successfully placed, this message is coming from our bot only. Now what I want to do is here till here and after here I want to trigger a lambda function. So that lambda function will evaluate this and it will send the message. So if I want to create a function, a lambda function, I need to I can say duplicate this, one more screen will be created. There you can go to lambda function. So I will say lambda over here. So once I say lambda, you get this on your screen, you press lambda, you go to home page of lambda functions. Now I have previously created some functions, that is why these some functions are stored. Now I will create one lambda function. So I need to click on this create function. When I say create, this comes, we are going to create from scratch. So this author from scratch, and then I want to give the name of the function, I say ice cream order function. And then as we are working with Python, so we will write something called Python, will select Python over here, then I say create function. So once I click this, that function will be created, wherein we are going to put our task which we want to perform on this. So this is triggered whenever you call the bot at that time. How we are going to integrate this with the bot, will slowly see this. So you will see home page like this. So this is what this is a main function for lambda function. So this is created by default. So whatever task you want to perform, you are going to put over here, and it is going to return the message whatever you want to display on the output screen. So this is what happens when you create a lambda function. So I have already written the code. So we will go to that code and select that code, and I will show that way, because we do not have much time. This video should be recorded in 10 minutes. So I have created a function already. So I come over here, you see this is what is written. So this is our handler function, and whatever task I want to perform, this task is performed over here, and in the return response we are writing return response. So what code we are writing, if you see, I am writing some code on order. So where I want to display message little differently. So I say your order for whatever ice cream size and whatever ice cream function flavor you have given, that will be displayed on the screen with the order which you have given. So order number will also be displayed. So you will see this order number. So when this a lambda function is triggered, you will see this. So what I need to do in this is, first I need to get the name, intent, the name, and then flavor, and then size. So as I said, in this main function you have event object, you have context object. Event object and context objects are passed to this create order ice cream function which we are going to write. So this event object is passed. So generally this is written. I need to get the intent name, for which intent we are going to write this lambda function. So event object will have the session state and the intent name whichever is available. So this line will get the intent name whatever is given, like create order intent. Our intent is what, if you remember, if you see in our intent is create order intent, which is there. So this create order intent function I will write on function create order event, create order ice cream. So the intent name whichever is given, that will be passed to this, and an operation will be performed. So this is what. So in this intent I have three slots: name, flavor, and size. So with this function I will get the slot name which is required to work on. So I want the name which I am going to enter from the user. So this is what session state, then intent, slot, whatever slot name is name, value. So any interpreted value which is given by the user, that will come to first name if I write this code like this. So interpreted value means what, whatever name which is entered from to the bot, that name will be caught because of this line, and that name will be given to intent a first name. Like in my bot I have given the name as Abdul, so that will come over here. Then flavor, the same way, the same things are written, only the slot name will be changed. Previously we had name slot, here we will be having flavor slot. The flavor will be taken from here. So flavors, 3 flavors we have written, like vanilla, strawberry and chocolate. Then next size slot will give the size, what size we are going to enter from the keyboard. So either small, medium or large, those all are caught and kept inside this variables, first name, ice cream flavor and size. Then this count we are not going to worry about that. Now I want to place the order, confirmation is done, then because of this confirmation this text message will be executed. So your order for, suppose if I have given the ice cream size as medium, your order for medium and flavor if I have given vanilla, medium vanilla ice cream has been placed with order number, this will be displayed on the output screen when this lambda function is triggered. So and this once these things are done, we are going to prepare the response. So we have written one function which is called prepare response function, which again will pass the event object and whatever text is created over here. So this return response the method function is written over here. So this prepare response function is for constructing a response object with a structure suitable for conversation with interface or bot. So here this lambda function handling the conversation or interaction, it has got something called session state and dialog action, which are dialog action, which are, and the intent of this type is closed. So which signifies that the conversation or session is ending or reaching to a conclusion. The close type is commonly used when you want to fulfill a user request, provide a final response and indicate that the interaction is complete. Then you have close type given and then this type close and dialog action suggests that the system should close the current dialog session. And then next we have the intent block. This is what is nothing but, when we have 3 blocks on this, one block is this which I have told right now. The next block is intent. The intent block contains information about the intent including its name and state. So you see state will be there and name will be there. So in our example the state is set to fulfilled. So as we have fulfilled the task, so fulfill, indicating that the intent has been successfully processed or fulfilled. Then we have something called session completion. Using a type of close often means that the lambda function has completed the necessary actions based on the user's intent and the conversation is ready to be concluded. So this way the message is created and whatever plain text which is passed, that will be displayed because of this method, and this return response will return this to the AWS services or API gateway from where this function is called. So this is how the message is generated, this action is performed and the response and this whatever action is performed, that message is passed to this return response method, and this return response method will trigger the message or display the message on the chatbot which we are going to run. So this is what we are going to do. So here in this lambda function we are see we are not bothered about, I have written a cancel order and other method also we will not see because it takes so much time again. So only one method which we are going to see today is create ice cream order event. So this will trigger this function, this will call the function create order response, and then again whatever response is generated, that response will be passed to prepare response event prepare response method. From here the message is displayed on the bot. So this is what function we have written. So once this function is written, we need to attach this function to our bot or integrate this function to our bot. So where we are going to integrate is, I will go to again not to cancel order, sorry, we have written this for create order intent. So I will go to create order intent, in that fulfillment section is there. So generally lambda functions are called in fulfillment section. You see run a Lambda function to fulfill the intent and inform users of status when it is complete. So, here generally provided. So, I click on this, then I say advanced options, control will go over here, here you will write and check this, use a Lambda function for fulfillment, and you say update options. So, and then you say save intent. So, now this bot is ready, it will take the Lambda function which we have provided. So, we will build it once and then we will run and check. As I have written this cancel order intent also. So, here also that Lambda function is provided, I will check this. So, update options, save intent, then I have to build, sorry, I will build once again, it is taking some time. So, I will build it again because I have attached Lambda function for cancel order intent too. So, we will run this, once it is built we will test and see the output. So, whether our Lambda function is integrated properly or not. So, if you see the output with your ice cream with vanilla and size with order number, it comes in the bot. So, it is meant that your Lambda function is integrated. It is taking some time, yes, it is done. Right, we are going to see what the problem is. I need to attach this in the settings. So, when I click the settings button or icon over here, I will see Lambda function. So, I need to attach that Lambda function. My Lambda function is ice cream order function, it says latest, then I say save. So, now why we got this error is we have not saved that Lambda function which we are going to call. So, in this test version, so that it has given error. So, now when I run, right, we are going to run it again, hi. So, you see this hello, we are going to place the order ice cream, we are going to give the name, I give the name as Abdul, then it asks the flavor, I say strawberry, then I say the size as small, it's asked for the confirmation, I say yes. You see previously what you have seen, the message was different. Now, this message is coming from the Lambda function which we have integrated to this bot. So, that Lambda function is run by the servers provided in the AWS environment. We are not going to provide any server. So, that is why these Lambda functions are called serverless functions. So, this function is triggered by this bot. This Lambda function is executed in the servers provided by the AWS and we are seeing the output. Thank you.